Welcome everybody. Welcome to Ellen's Kitchen Keepers and Tupper Time Ellen. So come on in my kitchen. It is potato season. We've been getting potatoes out of the garden and we're going to freeze them. But you know, as a busy mom, I am looking for all the kitchen tools I can that will help me to prepare food quicker. And I wish I would have known about these tools years ago, or been able to have had them years ago when my children were small. I am almost 55 years old. Do you know how many potatoes I've peeled in that time? Lots, okay? Many pounds of potatoes. Many pounds peeling and slicing, dicing, cutting, all the things. And I love kitchen gadgets. So I got something and we're going to talk about it. So my son-in-law's mom has a potato peeler and she has one, I think this one exactly. And I was looking for potato peelers, electric ones, online, and of course I check the reviews before I get them or order anything. And basically this is the only kind. They come in different colors, different brands, but very similar. Then they have the big, you know, industrial potato peelers that restaurants would use. And they also have this one that looks like a bowl, and it's like a spinner, and you can put several potatoes in there at once. And basically the potatoes just scoot around on this little grid and spin around, and it's supposed to, as they're bumping around, get the peel off. It doesn't do that well. So that one was like $50. And these were anywhere, let's see, this one was $22 and this one was, I think, $28 or $29, and it comes with a lot of replacement blades, whereas this one comes with 2 replacement blades. So anyway, let's give it a try and see if what it will do. Y'all get to see it with me. And I've got my water boiling, and I've got my ice cold bath. So when you are going to be freezing any vegetables, it is important to, let me come over here a minute, it is important to blanch your vegetables, okay? So that means you're going to put it in hot boiling water from anywhere to 3 to 5 minutes. Mostly the magic number is 3. And then you're going to take it out and quickly put it in an ice cold bath so that it doesn't continue cooking. And the reason why you do that is because you want to take care of the enzymes that are in there, because it's fine for short-term freezing, maybe, you know, 6 weeks, 2 months, but those enzymes will keep working. And for instance, if you have green beans and you do not blanch them, which I've taken the shortcut way and not blanched them, the enzymes will continue to do their thing, and those green beans will turn out so bitter months later, and they will not be very tasty, and they'll have to go in the compost or be fed to the chickens or the piggies. Okay, so we've got this out of the box. Comes with a really cool recipe booklet and full directions on how to switch the blade off, and comes with an adapter here. So what's cool is that you can put batteries in them so that they're cordless, and I don't have batteries here at the moment, so let's get this. And we're just going to compare both of them and see how they do. So let's get this in back here. The adapter goes right back here. Y'all get to do this with me. So first time here. getting this out. Okay, I've got an outlet over here, so let me get that plugged in. Oh, sounds like it was on. Okay, and let's try this one. See, we're gonna do these at the same time. Okay, this one comes in a plastic bag, and there are all the extra blades. Okay, get several of those. Oh yeah, this one's got extra blades too, but it just comes with 2 of them. Okay, here's the adapter for this one. Okay, and I think you can get white, red, black, various colors, but basically they're pretty much exactly the same. The top is a little different. And we're going to see if they perform a little differently too. All right, get this undone. So, who likes potatoes? Did you know that if you're looking for a less starchy potato, the yellow potatoes and the red potatoes, yellow, the golden ones, are the least starchy. Switch this around and get it closer to the outlet here. That's also on. Okay. All right, let's see here. This one definitely has a shorter cord, okay? So that could be a little problem. This one's got a really nice long cord. All right, we're gonna wash off these here, because these little things go in our potato. So is there a cover on this blade? Let's see. This one comes with just a simple page, okay, for instructions, and this one's got a whole recipe booklet with it. So that's kind of nice. All right, let's get our potato on here. Now Tupperware is pretty great because they have a Tupperware potato storage bin. Looks like this. This whole lid comes off. It's not just for potatoes though. You could store lots of things in here, like some stuff that you want to put in your car. You could keep it in your car. Some people like to put their yarn in here, and then they bring the yarn through the little holes while they're crocheting or knitting. So my only thing, now I'm honest, okay, I am a Tupperware consultant. It does work well, but I think because potatoes need air, I think it should have some holes, a few holes in the bottom or in the back. Now I know that we don't want to expose it to light, but I think that it would help them to breathe a little better, and I know that dirt and crumbs would fall through. But maybe some smaller, a few little smaller holes in the bucket would be nice. So let's get our potatoes out of here that we're going to pick. And these are from the garden. Let's see, we're going to pick some, well, I was going to say different sizes. All right, let's try this one first. I think that this has to go up. Oh yeah, so it's got these little handles in it on the back that help you move it up and down. All right, so we're gonna stick our potato on there, bring this down like so, and now let's do this one. I'm going to turn the camera so we can see both of them, because like I said, this one has a shorter cord with it, so it won't fit over here. Did I wash this one off? Let's make sure I wash this off. Oh yeah, I think I did. Now these little pokey things are pretty sharp, and it's the same method, although this one, the little handle's a little smaller.
than this one is. So I think this one actually might be better. All right, so we're gonna put our potato on here like so, and poke this in the top and bring this down so it's kind of level. All right, are y'all ready? Let's compare them and see how it works.
Okay, well, obviously this one here took a little longer because my potato is bigger, but they seem like they both worked very well. I think I like the Rotato press better. It seems to be just a little heavier and a little more sturdier than this one. All right, now to take them off, we're going to lift up and take them off, and there you go. So yes, they do have little ridges. They didn't get the top of that, but that's okay. And let's see if this one comes off pretty easily too. And there we go. And so these little shreds here, you would probably want to put them on a placemat or a cutting board or bowl or something here. I would just use a cutting board, and then that way you just toss them all. And of course, if you have somebody who likes peels, you could always cook these up. Maybe somebody would have fun with them. All right, so now what am I going to do? Now that I have them peeled, that was very quick. I'm going to peel off the ends here with my Tupperware peeler. Of course, I could just cut those too. Now, when you're canning potatoes, some people don't peel them. You would have to clean it super well, but with canning, you would want to make sure there's no peel on them. All right, so let's set these aside. They are pretty cool. So these, like I said, these are the two brands that I found: Star Frit Rotato Express and the Rapid Peeler, this is called. And I like this one better. Yep. They both work pretty well, but I think this gets my top win. And when I come back for apples, we're going to try it for apples, zucchini, whatever else we want peeled. It says here you can peel lemons, so I'm going to have to try that. All right, but for now we're sticking to potatoes. All right, so one thing I'm very thankful about is that being a Tupperware consultant, I am able to get all of these items at 25% off, and that's even with a sale. So that's pretty great. Tupperware treats their consultants very well. They have trips you can earn, all kinds of prizes you can get, so it's a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. And Tupperware even has knives. It's not just about bowls, y'all. They've got all kinds of kitchen tools. And if you are into food preserving, you need these tools, just saying. Or if you're a homesteader and you are trying to be self-sufficient, what's pretty great about Tupperware is that if you don't have electricity, you don't need it with the Tupperware items, okay? Of course, with these you do. All right, so let's say that I want to slice my potatoes before I freeze them. I have my Tupperware mandolin. Now this is the large mandolin. Right now on sale, we also have a smaller version that fits right over the top of a bowl. And what's pretty great is that all of our mandolins come with guards. And this one, you don't have to use just potatoes. You can use lots of things. This one actually makes waffle fries, French fries, ridges. It makes cubes, and it comes with this nice little card that helps you know what settings to put it on.
and it comes with an extra blade, and it has a cover, and you can put it all in the dishwasher. Me, I just rinse mine off. I take a little scrub brush and brush across for cleaning. Okay, so here are the settings for the thickness that I want. And when it's on lock, look at this. I can run my finger over that blade and it is not gonna hurt me. Okay, and look, it's even got a QR code for any kind of other instructions that you need. Okay, so I want my potato slices relatively average to thick for my freezing them. I could do thin as potato chips with this, which I have done. All right, so we're gonna take this, and I call this the little potato hat, okay? So it's got these little prongs, and I'm going to put my potatoes hat on, just so. And yes, I could slice it with a knife, but this is so quick. And here I go. How quickly can I do it? And just like that, I have my potatoes sliced, okay? Very quick. Now, I'm going to put this in my boiling water to blanch it, okay? And while we're doing that, while that's boiling, I'm going to show you the other tool I love. This is the Fusion grating system for grating, okay? Let's get these out of the way over here. Right, this is the base. And when you're using this, you're going to want to make sure that your counter is cleared off and washed, that this is washed so that it sticks, okay? These are what the directions look like. Comes with many attachments that you can get, and it is going to be super fast at grating. I use this for cheese. It's quicker than getting out your little metal grater and grating. And you know, speaking of that, let me get that out of my cupboard here. This little tool here, yeah, it's a great tool. However, and I use mine this direction, it's going to take me a while. My arm is going to get tired, so I am going to use my grater here, okay? And show you that I can shred potatoes with this. Now, this is the opening, and I think actually this whole potato is going to fit in there. What do you know? All right, so I'm going to put this on, and I'm going to put the grater attachment on. There's one even for ice to make snow cones, and there's slicing, all kinds. So it just slides in here, goes in here like this. Okay, and it works fine if you are left-handed or right-handed. You can flip it around whatever direction that you like. Okay, just give you a little up close what that looks like. And there's a slide that locks and keeps it in position. Okay. Make sure it's on well, and that it is. Okay, just like that. And how quick I am going to be able to shred these potatoes. So if you are wanting to make a hash brown casserole or hash browns, you can very quickly shred it. Helps to go the right direction. I was turning it the wrong way. And look at that, just like that, I have a shredded potato. Now, I think this is about done here. Let's see. No, not quite. But with potatoes, if you put them in a little bit of salt on them, it'll draw out the liquid, because potatoes do actually have quite a bit of liquid in them. So if I was going to use this right now, I would want to salt it and get that liquid out and squeeze out the water. However, I'm going to be putting it in, no, unlock that. I'm going to be putting it in my boiling water to blanch it. So I'm going to take these out. It's been about 3 minutes. And I have my ice water bath right here. And those are going to cool off. Remember the ice water bath so that they don't continue to cook. And now I'm going to pop these in here. Right, and those will be in there for 3 minutes. And make sure these are in the ice and cooling off. You could even rinse them a bit. I think I'll get mine a bit. All right, get them back in there. So, when they are done cooling off, I'm going to, I had some towels set aside. Here they are. I'm going to take those potatoes and put them on, so I've got ice in here. Now, Tupperware does have colanders, so I certainly could use my Tupperware colander for the ice water bath. I just happen to have this one out. This is actually a steamer. All right, so I'm going to get these dried off a bit. And they're actually cooled off pretty well. And now I have several different options for getting them in the freezer. I can use a vacuum sealer. Okay, that's one way. I could use these, but if I'm going to be doing it long term, I would either want to put it, you know, for more than 6 months. I'd either want to put it in my Tupperware Freezer Smart container or my Tupperware silicone bag, which then when I take it right out of the freezer, I can cook in it. And another option is the Tupperware Vent and Serve. Also, Tupperware has glass containers too, so I could put these right in the glass containers, put them in the freezer, and stick them right in the oven if I wanted to. So, or the microwave, from the freezer to the oven to the microwave. So I can put them in here, and these will be locked tight, ready to go. I love the silicone bags, and they're not plastic. Okay, for some of you who are worried about, the good thing is, those who are worried about plastic, is that Tupperware's plastic is a safe, really heavy duty plastic. Okay, they have to adhere to strict guidelines that other countries have in Europe and in the Middle East. All of those have very strict guidelines, and Tupperware has to adhere to those. So their plastic is a very, very strong food grade safe plastic, will not leach into your food. Because I used to be an all glass girl, but then when I switched over to Tupperware, I said, I know that this is going to be safe. And these and the cheaper brands will leach into your food. So if you would like to use silicone, that's a great option. Okay, we do not want our potatoes over boiling. Our shredded potatoes, there they are. So we'll put them in our cold water bath. And they too will follow the same steps. After they cool off, we will dry them off a bit and put them in our freezer storage. So if you have any questions or comments, let me know, and I can help you get these items. And if you host a party, I will definitely spoil you with a couple of gifts. Also, don't forget, Tupperware has the very best to-go tumblers. This is the shorter one. We also have tall ones with the handles that look like, you know, the competitor that starts with an S. No joke, I had this in the hot car all day the other day when I was out shopping, and it still had the ice. It was still cold,
And it will also keep your hot drinks hot. And look at these cutest little straw toppers. Aren't they cute? And if you order a Tupper tea from me, I will give you the cutest little straw topper. All right, so, well, thank you for watching Ellen Kitchens Keepers and Tupper Time, Ellen. And I hope that you enjoy garden season and the fresh produce. That's what's great about summer. Of course, you could do this in the winter time with potatoes too. So I hope everybody has a great day.